Hello, folks. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. I have been talking all morning already. I just finished doing the quarterly hangout with the Spawn Chunks with Johnny, with Pixel Riffs over on the, I guess it was in our Discord because it's just for patrons, but it was a lot of fun. And I was going to just do my whole intro up here, but I forgot that it's windy when you're up this high. So hold on, let me see if I can get a little bit lower. That's better. Perfect. Welcome to the Citadel. My name is Joel Duggan, and this is a survival Let's Play server where I hang out with some friends, do some geeky stuff in Minecraft, like build really cool looking medieval towns with curving roads and keeps and towers and all kinds of stuff. And we were working on this yesterday. We're going to pick up right where we left off. We were working on this tower down here. So I'm going to go see if I can fit some stairs in there, maybe fit a ladder or something to get to the top. And then I think we're going to tackle this kitchen section here today. That, or we work on the outer wall on the backside down here. I haven't really figured that out yet, but we will get there when we get there. Almost couldn't hear you over the wind. Yeah, it's pretty intense, right? It's cool when you're flying. I feel like it adds a lot. And this is looking quite substantial now, which I am happy about. But if we look in our inventory, we have a clean slate. So I think what I want to do is I want to grab some spruce stairs and slabs. And we're going to see if we can't create a staircase. Now, it's unfortunately going to have to be a single wide staircase, but that's fine. More of these. Nope, not those. We do have a data pack on the server that allows me to do stuff like this. And I guess we'd want to bring some of those, probably some of those too. Who is the Citadel's owner? Me. I would be the admin and the owner. I'm the one that pays the bills. Although everybody that's on the Citadel contributes in some way to like server fees and stuff. It's not expensive. CSY Gamer, thanks very much. Just finished listening to the Spawn Chunks. Which one? Were you in the live chat or were you listening to the latest episode? So if this is going to be the section that goes up, we have to figure out where the outside wall is, which is there. I think here. Right. And then that's the window. So technically we've got more room than I thought. So I feel like we're probably going to have to go up here, but it means we could have a little bit of a leeway to get to the top there. I'm trying to think about how I'd like to, I guess how we approach this depends on how we do it down here. I think I'd rather have it be stairs like this. Now here, we can start to go up by 2. And then stair there. Break through. And this actually works out quite well, I think. So we can come down there, and then we can do... I guess we could do slabs or we can do upside down stairs. Probably upside down stairs would be the better way to go, huh? And then here we'll just do a straight up. Maybe we'll do a stripped log here. Just for something different. Yeah, that's not too dizzying. I'm on board with that. I think this is wrong. Whoops. And I don't know whether I would necessarily want something going through the middle here, but it probably would make sense. Oh, right. We want to do this. Sure. And then maybe there and there. I think maybe this could be straight. Yeah, that works. This is too low. And does this need to stay there? That's the outside, I think. Yes. Unlucky Chalk, older than you. Ginger the Lily subscribed to tier 1. That's 9 months in a row on a 4-month streak, unlocking the Firestone Keystone badge. Thanks so much, Ginger. I really appreciate it. Sorry for the confusion earlier. I feel bad. Feels like a couple of weeks. Nice. And again, thank you so much for the support. For those of you wondering, if you are inclined to use a Prime sub or Tier 1 sub, you get access to the Patreon. You get access to the Discord. Same with the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/JoelDuggan. You get access to the Discord that way. And I never even thought about this comparison until just yesterday. But 200 bits on Twitch is actually more than, depending on your currency, the $2 a month Patreon sub. So if you just want access to the Discord, and you can always just get it pretty cheap. I wonder if this would look good with either slabs or stairs. I think stairs might still be too close. Slabs might be better. Yeah, I think I like slabs better. All right, we are going to put also slabs around the side like this. Although this does look kind of strange, doesn't it? Maybe we won't put them here. Even though you can't fit through there. It's more decorative than anything else. That's a strange combo right there too. Can we change that? No, I don't think we can. I'm trying to decide if I want. I think I do want that low like that. Everything else looks good. I'm surprised these stairs went in this smoothly. I thought I was going to be fighting with this all day. I'm still laughing. Nice, Ginger. I'm glad that you found it funny. I hope Anagram found it funny too. I feel bad. For those of you wondering, we were talking about moderators in the Spawn Chunks community, and the moderators are Cosmic Dancer and Anagram, and I got Anagram and Ginger mixed up. I'm doing great, Masurk. Thanks for coming in. We are really making some progress on this keep. So I need... Oh, sounds like somebody's being lit on fire. Yep. I need to get rid of you. So I was playing Minecraft Dungeons last night on the Xbox Series X, and I upped the difficulty just for fun. Spiders are harder in that game than they are in Minecraft. It's a sticky situation. They really do cause you some grief in that game. I need to get rid of these spider eyes and string, and I wanted planks and logs, and what was the other thing that I wanted to do? Trapdoors. Because I want to try and add... I don't know if I want a wood floor or if I want a stone floor in this little tower. We should probably do... I guess we should do stone. Maybe we should do some sort of like... This is the fancy floor. I feel like furnaces would look okay. Just going into here. And then we could do something else. So maybe a couple of furnaces around the corner. And then what could we do in here? Wood isn't going to cut it. We'd have to do stone. Maybe just some cracked stone bricks. Cobblestone. I don't think any mossy would be good. Maybe some andesite. And we'll grab... Hey, Fazoo, good to see you as always. Thanks again for joining the Spawn Chunks. And I think we'll do some cracked bricks. Yeah, I think that works. And we'll do there, and maybe... I guess we should... Really, it doesn't matter. Let's do... a little bit much. Maybe we'll just do the one. Nope. I think that's fine. Looks structurally sound. We will put these higher though. Just for now. I'm not sure how we're going to light this. We'd have to do something, I guess. Am I hitting my head on this? I feel like I'm hitting my head on this. Nope. And then down here, I guess that's where we're going to put the torch for now. And I feel like that could be a stair or a slab. I don't think this is going to be a door. I think it's just going to be an open spot. So maybe we'll grab some slabs. Wow. Frodo, people are spamming your DMs from Patreon? That's not cool at all. Is it just random people or like friends of yours? Because they're not, I mean, if they're friends of yours, they're not acting like friends. So let's see what this looks like here with slabs. I like it. I think we could maybe... Oh, that's outside. Okay, never mind. We may not keep these as stone because I don't know what's happening in here yet. I do want to start to finish these windows though. And this is going to be a map wall. I'm wondering if we can... I've got some extra maps. We could even start this. Would provide some extra light too. Be cool. Because what I would do is try to make like this kind of a map, but I'm not sure how big we'd have to make it. That could be fun. Oh, I see, Frodo, because of the rank. Right. That's annoying. I might actually want to put a small ledge here. I feel like this should have some sort of railing. I don't think I want it to be stone, though. Don't remember what I did for the other railing. Let's go find out. Yeah, it was just trapdoors. Okay. I don't necessarily think we need it the whole way down on this particular one. I think we can maybe get away with it just being up there. I would like to do something to indicate that it's supported, though. What about a different kind of trapdoor? Or we just... I wonder if we could do a couple of buttons in between, and if that would look... Yeah, that doesn't really have much of a structure to it, does it? What if we did it just up to the first stair? It's a little bit better. Not sure about it. I'll leave it for now. Leave it for now. Oh, hello. Maybe the next thing we should do is to hang another chandelier. And I think I want to do all the coarse dirt in the courtyard too. Is the Citadel Cafe also a podcast? I listened to the Spawn Chunks and you talk about it, but I've never known what it was. Yes, it is. The Citadel server, this is the Citadel server, is named after my podcast. I started it back in 2011. So we're coming up on 10 years now. There's over 300 episodes, almost 400 episodes. But don't, like, it's not like you have to go back and listen to stuff because we talk about, like, you know, current movies, current TV shows and stuff like that. So if you're interested, check it out. It's not always family friendly, just FYI, because, you know, we've talked about things like Game of Thrones and some horror movies and things like that. And you can't really be family friendly when you're talking about zombies and Game of Thrones and stuff. So, so it's not necessarily the same kind of audience as Spawn Chunks, but the Citadel Cafe is myself and Megan, Steven, Lou, and Brockett. And each host rotates from week to week. Alistair in the server has actually, in the chat there, has been on the Citadel Citadel Cafe a couple of times. Oh, hey, Megan, speak of the devil. You're here too. Okay, so we need lanterns. We need chains. We need grindstones, which I'm going to make. Sticks, slabs, and planks. Let's just make a bunch. And fences, but I don't remember what kind of fences. You thought you'd been on like 6 times, went back and thought through all the episodes, and somehow it's been 18. You've been on 18 times? Really, Alistair? Are you serious? I mean, I'm not complaining. That surprises me. I mean, I've known you for 6 years, I guess. There we go. That's everything? Yeah. Um, 5 years, that makes sense, Megan. That makes sense. That's on par with the right timings. So I think I want to hang another chandelier from this particular spot. Or maybe we want to hang it a little bit closer. I think maybe the 2 in the middle rather than just one there and one there. I think maybe having them both on here would be good. So we'll do that. I don't remember which way to face for these things. Not that way. Whoops. And then this way. Yep. Dude, come on. And lanterns. Now does that look like too much? No, I think we're okay. The only thing I might do is I might move them off the center. It might be cool to have 4 of these, having like one there, one there, one there, and one there, just so that everything doesn't line up so perfectly in the middle. That might be the way to go on that, but we'll leave it there for now. The other thing I need to look at is the rafters. Thanks, Christonia. And the rafters, I preferred this look without the stuff in the side there. So we need to get out there with the scaffolding and maybe make that happen. And then up here, I guess it doesn't have to be filled in. I was thinking that these spaces right there, this triangle, I was thinking that could use something, but I don't know what we would put in there necessarily. So yeah, I want to take these out here. Oh, so those go like that. Maybe in these places we can do this to hide the andesite. Nope, I have to go one lower. grab these. I think that's everything, or do I have to go on the other side? I have to go on the other side. That's fine. All right. I need to go grab my coffee. It should be brewed by now. But first, I need to just double check. See what this is going on here. I don't know why that was there. Okay, I think that's mostly done. So just give me a second here. I put a coffee down to brew before I started, and it is going to be ready. So I need you to just pop over to the kitchen real quick. Get it. I'll be right back. All right. Thank you for your patience. My coffee brain appreciates it. Normally, I have a cup of coffee brewed before I start streaming, but of course, like I mentioned when we started, excuse me, I was working at or on the Spawn Chunks quarterly hangout with Pixorus, so I didn't have a chance to brew between that ending and this starting because we went right up until 1 o'clock, which is my regular stream time. So the other rafter, something like that. I'm not really digging that. I'm not sure what we're gonna have to do there. We'll have to do this way. Oh, I didn't bring any stairs. Just this one. I'm gonna have to start carrying around a stone cutter because of this data pack. Take it easy, Frodo Baggins. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. I saw a couple of people giving puppies human teething toys. Weird. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a great idea. I'm not a dog owner, but I'm very close with one. I don't think that would be good. Oh, you're just saying see you to other folks. All right, cool. I must have missed it. I might have been on break there. What do I want? I want to put some of this stuff away. And I want to have the more stairs that I need. Cool. I hear a zombie. There you are. So something I was noticing when I was playing Minecraft Dungeons last night, very briefly on the Xbox. It could be just that my brain is used to Batman, Arkham Knight, but I kept on wanting to press X to attack. And I know it makes sense that X, Y, and B across the top part of those 4 buttons are your artifact buttons, and A is your attack button. But I feel like in every other adventure game that I've played, A is always your jump button, and X is always attack. Because in Ori in the Blind Forest, it's the same thing. X is attack, A is jump. Because in platforming, your main action is jumping, right? So I'm curious, like, oops, I did not mean to do that. Do people find that same kind of trick? Like, they find it hard to get used to those keys? I would switch them, but then I'm worried that when it gets more complicated later on with artifacts, that I'm not going to be able to, like, use the artifacts efficiently. Oh, did I not pick that up? I guess I didn't pick that up. Okay. Reminds me of the old NES game where some developers decided to make the up button jump. Right? Yeah. No, it's weird. It's very strange. I mean, I get it. I get it from a logistics standpoint. But I got punched a lot last night because I kept on hitting the wrong button. I kept on equipping my rocket arrow instead of actually punching the person. A for jump, X for attack. Confused the heck out of me with Minecraft Dungeons. Right, okay. I'll have to ask Johnny what he thinks of that. Now, I think that's fine. I think this should go, though. I'm okay with that. I feel like we might want to run this all the way over. Yeah, I feel like we need to run that log all the way over. Do I have an extra log? I don't. Now we have to look at the other one too. Oh, we need barrels in that one. Okay. Sassy Koala, hello. Welcome in. Good to see you as always. Barrels and logs. I should move this stuff in here. Although I guess we haven't decorated this. That's kind of a dumb idea. Oh, wait a minute. Right. I guess that should be there. This goes like this. And then we'll just fill this in. Doesn't really matter. Darn it. Okay, that part's done. I feel like we should maybe put a stair there. We'll face it the right way, but yeah, I feel like these are going to need stairs. Thanks for the lurk, Fazu. As always, great to see you. Good to see you chatting in the Spawn Chunks Quarterly as well. Unfortunately, it's just going to be really dark in these corners until we can get some sort of wall fixtures up, and there's not a lot of room for wall fixtures. So we might have to think about like what kind of standing like candle structure we can come up with. I feel like we could probably come up with something with like anvils and fences. And it's a long way off, but having actual candles here from the Caves and Cliffs update would look really cool. So I'm liking the way that all that is looking. We need to put the barrels up here. If people are wondering why I keep on squatting, is because these are furnaces, and if you just click on them, you go in them. So you have to hit shift in order to place things. Now, will this work? Yes, perfect. That's good. Good. This one. And one more. What is going on there? This is the thing about scaffolding I just do not understand. Minecraft physics, and they apply it to one block. Okay. Is it me, or does anyone else feel like a rebel when they do this and they run across a table in Minecraft? Or something that is meant to be a table? Do you feel like you're breaking the rules? I'm such a Boy Scout. So technically, this would also be a barrel. Adds a little bit of life to that up here. Very cool. Now, I was toying with the idea... Oh. Incorrect. Don't know if it matters what's underneath here. Not until it gets to this point. Right. Oh, wow. That's an ugly part. How did we miss that? All right, we'll have to do something about that. Astro Mango 77 or 07, sorry, subscribed with Prime. That's 6 months in a row. And they say thank you for the content. Thanks so much, Astro Mango. And you've unlocked the Airstone Keystone badge. That's one of my favorites. I'm glad that you've been sticking around so long. I really appreciate the support. If anybody else in chat is interested, the Prime sub, the Tier 1 sub, or a sub on patreon.com/JoelDuggan will get you access to the Discord. One of the nicest places on the internet, if you don't mind me saying. So this was originally the corner, which is I think why it's stone bricks. And I think what I was trying to indicate here with leaving these blocks is that instead of an arch, I think I'd like it to be like an angle. That could be really cool. Really dark in here. table is covered in laptops and keyboards. Yeah. I was teasing somebody in the Discord the other day. They posted something. It was a shot of their monitor, and they were talking about the build that was on screen in Minecraft, but like their desk was covered in crap, like just stuff, not garbage, but like stuff. And so I was just like, I can't remember exactly my comment, but it was something like, "Do you have enough stuff on your desk?" Like, holy crap, it was a lot. It was definitely a lot. So what I like about what we've done with a lot of these walls and gates is that we have the towers and things on the outside in stone and with some accents, and then the actual gates themselves are the ones that have the texture of the stone brick. We've done it over here as well. So if we fly over here, we've got this same thing, stone brick there. We've got stone brick there, and then we've got stone brick there as well. So I'd like to try and do the same thing on the inside pieces here. Although, don't know how to handle it with this particular thing, because I don't want this whole thing to be stone brick. I don't want it to be just this particular middle part. And so I guess we'd have to go from there, if that makes sense, or the middle part here. I guess we could do the 3 in the middle. Maybe we do it in here. I need to get some stone bricks. Stone bricks and some doors, I think. I have a door? I was hoping to do like a custom door. Maybe we should do log doors rather than... Oh, I can have them open. Why have them closed when you can do... Like we could have the doors open like that. Yeah, that would be cooler. I like that idea better. I almost wish this was larger. So right now it's 5. So we could do this. Technically, I know this is more door than needed, but I think that looks okay. And then we could do something like this across the top, and then maybe we could do some sort of stonework, maybe. Take it easy, Jumbo Sail. Appreciate you hanging out as always. Yeah, if we go grab some stone. I'm also going to grab a bunch of coarse dirt. Give us a better idea. Oh, wow. We don't have a lot of that, do we? Do I really need to make more coarse dirt? I might. $0.01 coin. That's a fun username. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the follow. That's not gonna be coarse dirt. This is gonna be something else. Leave that for now. How are people finding the sound mix? Is the game loud enough? Too loud? I made some adjustments the other day. Only because I hadn't changed that in a very long time. I felt that there were some things that were a little bit quiet. Especially with using this Mambience ambient audio mod. It's really nice, so I want people to be able to hear it where they can. Hey, Wizard of Docs, how's it going? Whoops. That should give us a slightly better idea about what this is going to look like. Which makes me think that I'd like to have some sort of color or something up there in the top part. If we can work out a way to do some sort of emblem. Maybe with like terracotta or something, that would be really cool. This I'm going to need some stone for, though. Yeah, a banner. I haven't messed with banners, Quinlan. Sorry, Kelnan. And there's some learning there that has to happen before I can really dive into banners. Coarse dirt. I need those. Maybe those. Oh, actually, you know what? We might have a use for these too. I'm trying to think about how we can make this look sturdy but also special. And I know we've got some opportunities to use things like this. Right? But then we can also do things like this. Oh, that's in the wrong space. I don't know if this is going to look good. Probably not. Brought the wrong slab. So I like this kind of look that we've got going on here with the indented archway. So I want to try and mimic that. But then in here, I guess we'd have to move that. Hey, Cricket, how's it going? And Liz101 subscribed to Tier 1. Thank you very much. I don't recognize your username, so that means you're probably new. I very much appreciate the support. And if you want, you can connect your Discord and your Twitch and get access to the Discord server. Sometimes it takes about 90 minutes, but it could be as little as 30. But check your connections tab in Discord, and then you can join the Discord and talk to all of us in between streams. And please take advantage of that. It's always great to have new folks. I'm not sure if this is possible in the way that I want it to be possible. That would be cool, which means we could probably do something with that particular stone there. Oh. He's riding. I have not seen one of these guys in ages. Wow. That was crazy. Obviously, they spawned in here, so we're going to have to do some lighting and stuff. No, that actually doesn't look so bad. I thought that was going to look terrible on the inside, but that looks okay. Tragic Solitude, hello, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. Thanks to everybody for coming by, actually. It's a really solid stream today. Lots of people here. Sometimes I get caught up in building, so I apologize if you've mentioned something in chat and I don't get to it. I do read chat. I sometimes miss stuff. So I apologize. How do we want to do this on the inside? I think I might want to... I think this stuff I want to change to be bricks. Yeah. Do sort of like the smoothness. But I'm feeling... we'll have to do something different in here. Yeah, I'm feeling like this stuff should probably be changed. We'll do half and see what it looks like. I don't know. I think I kind of like the other way. I think I might want to do maybe this instead. Get some scaffolding on the go here. Yep. I think I prefer the right. What do you folks think? And we can add some andesite in here, but like I feel like this on the outside is going to look a little bit cooler. And then we can just frame it like right here. Might have a bit of a tangent going on up there. We'll have to see what happens up there. The right. 80 Hyde. Is that how you pronounce your name? Right? Right? Cool. Yeah. Alicump. Thanks very much. Appreciate the compliment. Plus, I think that'll give us a chance to make whatever cool relief sculpture we want to make there. If we make it out of stone, it'll look cooler. Rather than stone brick. And then this goes back. Right, so then from here, we would want to go up here and continue this up. These walls were just temporary, so I wanted to do some sort of cool relief thing here. This side is going to be okay, because we'll just go across like this. That's going to be a pain in the butt, though. That's going to bug me. So we probably have to remove that. and then figure out how to fix it. Well, I guess I should leave it for now. See if it really bugs me. Bashing my head off all the things. Whoop. Can't quite see the name yet. Quiet Craft. Rating with a party of 2. Thanks so much for sharing your viewers. Hope you all had a good stream. Oh, that looks strange, doesn't it? I wonder if we have to do something like give it some more depth here. Even if it's just walls or something. Then we could come across there. That could even be like a crawl space. Maybe there's... We could maybe do something here. That's like a door. This was all filled in. But this could easily be something that goes up. Oh no, that's the outside. We'd have to go... I guess it would have to be a ladder at that stage. That or... I guess it wouldn't make any sense. There was a door here. I mean, we could do it. Because then these could be like arrow slits. Although, and then we run into that problem. That would be cool, though. Oh, thanks, Tragic Solitude. I'm glad you like... glad you like the way things sound. This is actually going to be a lot lower, isn't it? This section is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then brick. And if we did that here, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, which means that this is a stair, which means that... Oh, no, I have to go outside. That. Take care of that there. And this was that brick. And we'll move that over to here like that. Oops. I think I like the look of these smooth stones. I'll put this in the corner. Remove these. That's going to bug me. That didn't help at all. So that means that we could, from the outside, I think, get in here. So we could come in this way. If we wanted to put a wood thing here, we could probably access it. I just don't like the idea of accessing it from the outside. I would much prefer designing it so that the only way to get up here is from this level down here. But there's no way to really do that without going outside. Because that is an outside block. Unless we did a ladder. Which would be possible. Because we have to figure out some sort of transition here. Something to think on. And I'm just wondering up here if we can get into... how do I get over there? Scaffolding, I guess. Trying to figure out how to handle this strange tangent thing going on. For people that don't know what I'm talking about, it's this right here, this corner. This kind of stuff. I know it's picky, but it drives me nuts. I'm wondering if something like that... Well, that creates a whole other problem. Yikes. All right, we might have to have this go straight across in a flat sort of situation and then change it from there. However, it is about an hour since I started streaming. And for those of you that are new to the channel, all 90 plus of you, holy smokes, I take a very short break about once an hour. I usually refresh my coffee. I will go stretch, maybe grab a glass of water. Do the same. Step away from the computer for a few minutes or hang out and chat, whatever you'd like to do. Either way, I will be back. Just give me a few minutes. Ooh, the coffee is hot. And the coffee is good. Thanks, Tragic. Love the sound of burning skeletons in the morning. Oh, almost got him. Damp and chilly, that's no good. That's the worst kind of cold. I live on the coast, like literally 2 blocks from the ocean, and to the moat with you, and it's gross. I'd rather it be dry and -15 than damp and like -1. Even just damp and like 5 degrees, like because that's just wet and cold. At least at -2, it'll be snowy. I did not bring enough coffee for the chat, no. I think we've got friends in here too. Hear you. I don't think we've covered them up. We've got some serious spawn proofing to do. Not for any real, like, life-threatening purposes, just because it's annoying. So I really like this crown on this tower, but it is causing me some issues with this framing bit. So we might have to drop this down by a block, which is annoying. I was hoping to get a full 2 blocks here. I don't think we're going to be able to get that. Don't need this spider eye either. So yeah, I think we're going to have to remove these for now. Take all of this down and just go straight across here like that. And then in here, we could either do relief or we could do like an actual hole. But it has to be across like that, which means that would have to be lower by a block, which I don't think we can do. Oh, we can. Yeah, we can. Okay. So if this was to be like a crawl space, we could come in here. There'd be no real way to do that with a staircase without coming into the outside. Unless we put something in the corner here that would cover that up. Like if we went up here. And did this. Purely for the reason of covering up that 1 block. So that we can get up to here. And do a staircase. I'm just thinking this would be a neat thing to have, is like being able to shoot arrows out of it. Don't think I like that there though. Not unless we match it on both sides. And actually that doesn't look half bad. And then that would eliminate this problem up here that we have. Okay. Let's try it. I did not plan this. I just kind of realized that I'm not going to have any room to do any kind of cool sculpture, so we'll just do this. There you are. Was that spider enchanted? Weird. So let's do maybe stone there, and then stone the rest of the way. And then that way, we have even more room. Because then we could potentially have something like this. Feels more aggressive. Although, you don't necessarily need that either. Yeah, I think I might like the simpler approach. We could mess with it a little bit and see what's up. But what I was thinking was do that trick with stairs where we would put, I guess, here, do that and that. Solid in the middle. And then so arrow slits. Don't think we can go any lower. I wouldn't want them to be higher, I don't think. Mostly it's going to be how it looks like from the outside. Oh, maybe we do want them higher. Oh, Thrillash, I didn't see you come in. Welcome, welcome. Let's take these out here. Put these here. Before I rip all that down, I wonder if... Well, no. We'd have to do this. These out. And then I have to put these back. That or slabs? Slabs. Plus, that eliminates the spawning that would happen in here. Honestly, we probably don't need this. Go. Unless... I wonder where this comes in. Oh my goodness. How perfect is that? That's a win. Almost. Let's do this. So then I don't have to worry about this side, but we'd have access on both sides. So it's cool. The issue, of course, is that what do we do with this thing? And I think the solution would be to maybe do like a small thing here. That, and then this. I don't know how good that's going to look. I think, oh, wow. Didn't mean to slam my coffee down. Sorry. I think maybe we need to If we do this, I think we need to add stairs here, maybe? Makes it look more aggressive. I'm thinking we could also come down by a block as well. Hey, Shepherd4711, what's up? Shepherd, are you the same Shepherd from the Spawn Chunks Discord? A pause and a fast forward option for what? For me? That gave me a little bit of a fright the coffee. Was it that loud? Did it really come in that loud? So I think this might be better off down here. And then we can get rid of this. And then do a slab sort of situation there. I like it, but it feels very straight. Wonder if we can do like a block on top. Nope, we cannot. Well, it's pretty good, I have to say. Can't complain too much. I do want to put maybe a little bit more andesite in there. Actually, let's just do the whole thing. Unfortunately, distracting. I think it makes that look a little bit nicer too. Although I don't think I'm sold on these. Hey, on the diagonal, how's it going? Old school game, first life. Right on. Still not sure about those blocks, but we can return to that. This feels kind of plain up here for some reason. Oh wait, this can't be like this. Okay. I'm okay with that. I don't know what our situation is in here now. We still can't get up there, which means that we probably don't want to do this at all. Unless we wanted to do some sort of, I don't know, ladder or something. I feel like this is a much better way to access that. Which is fine. Whoops. I don't mind that that's asymmetrical. Actually, that's a little bit nicer. Now, as far as in here goes, I think what we want to do first, we have to figure out what we're going to do on the floor. I guess we could just continue the pattern. That would mean that this would be basalt right there. It just feels like there should be something different right here underneath the doors. Specifically. Oh, nice, Cosmic. Thanks for the heads up. We're having a great stream day. I'm glad that people are coming in. Just out of curiosity, if you found the stream today and you're new, where did you see it? Did you see it on Twitch? Did you look for Minecraft? Were we on any kind of promotional page? I'm asking because we use the we successfully achieved the boost challenge early in the week. I think it was Monday. So I'm just curious if that's still going on. How Twitch is playing that. What did I need? More of these. We're going to get more stone soon. Gonna be running out. Andesite. And definitely want the walls around. I wanted some polished andesite. And slabs. Cool. Recommended Minecraft channel, and I decided because I had a small audience. Oh, thanks, Lappers. That's really nice of you. Followed the yellow brick road, says Ginger Lily. Nice. Well, I knew you would be here. Snarky. Snarky is snarky. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we could do... It sort of looks like a decent, like, stone load-bearing situation. And then really it would just be a matter of 3 furnaces and a couple pieces of basalt. Nerds haven't watched Joel in a while. Oh, well, welcome back. So 3 furnaces and some basalt. Polished basalt, technically. Trixa, thanks for the follow. And thanks everybody else for the follows in the last few minutes. Appreciate it. That goes there, and then this goes... I'm going to say there, there, and here. I think that looks good. Then that continues around this way and switches over to stone. Now, I want to support this stuff. I don't want to have this line here. I need to cover that up with some sort of physical change. We could do a cross beam. But it's more likely... Well, yeah, crossbeam might make the most sense, actually. That, or we could do something here. I feel like this is going to go up and continue with bricks a little bit. Maybe this is where we could do that cool relief sculpture idea that I was talking about. But we have to go up at least to here with the stone bricks. So So there's that. But then here, oh, wait a minute. Then we're into the other side. Maybe we could just do something simple. Not bad. I don't like this part, but it's a start. Want that back. Dan Grace, thanks very much. I got the idea from Pinterest, and I think Cosmic just gave you the link. So we could make a balcony. The problem with that is that I think that'll end up making it look hollow from the outside, because then you'll be able to see through here, right? So you don't want that to be able to be something that goes through into this side. We could just make the whole wall indented. Don't know what that means for upstairs. Looks a little bit funny here. Because all these are going to connect. Although, not really something you're going to notice. I think I'm okay with that. We're going to try it anyway. The Masurk, thanks very much for the well wishes, and thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Hope you have a nice day. Let's grab these. I'll do another 32 of those, please, and thank you. Welcome on in, Dosage. Yeah, so what if we did... That's going to leave a corner, so we can't do it here. I hear a skeleton somewhere. I think down here. I was playing Dungeons last night on Xbox, as I was saying, on a really harder difficulty, much harder difficulty. Creepers on harder difficulty are bananas. They really changed the game. I don't know how Pixel Riffs dealt with them with his fists only run through on hard difficulties. Like, woof. Not easy. So if we did this and we fixed that one in the corner like this, and we changed that, doesn't really have to change at all. That just feels strange. But I don't know how to actually change it. Because I like the idea of this, making this open. But I don't like this part. It's this giving some life to this is cool. Especially because we could potentially come in here and go and make like a pattern. So we could come across here. Like that. And it might look fun in here, right? I'm just not crazy about... well, maybe this doesn't have to go all the way down here. That's not terrible. Especially if we continue this up with bricks. So what I'm thinking is that that'll make it look like there's a ledge here for something. And then we could use something here. Like something decorative. Oh, did Megan die? Oh, she fell off her tower. Cool. Wonder if she's got any progress on it. She must be working somewhere else. So yeah, I don't know what we could do across the top here, but we could definitely, because this is a 3 thick wall, I guess the only thing we have to be careful of, we can't use things like slabs because then you'll be able to see through. So it has to be, even stairs won't work, I don't think. No. It has to be a full block. So this is where I thought I could put something out farther. Like it would be neat if we had, I'm not going to use dark oak, but if this was a log. That might be a decent way to do that. Although we didn't do that on the other side. So we don't have to do it that way. I guess we could just do like a stone slab situation or something. That would be easy enough to do. So get rid of this. And what about something like this, where we take maybe something like that. Guess we'd have to make the whole thing stone bricks. And how does this go? This goes across like this. We'd have to remove some stuff from behind there to make this work. Then this goes down. And then I guess all of this. This does feel like an odd waste of space. Ugh. I like the scaffolding sometimes for usefulness, but like it's always in the way. I'm constantly taking it down to see what I've done. don't particularly like that. It's not my favorite. I would change this to maybe stripped dark oak, which would look okay. But I'm not sure about the walls. It does provide some relief, but this just looks really forced and strange. I guess we could just raise it up by one here. It's a bit less of a problem. Yeah, we'll go grab some stripped dark oak. I think that'll help. They are totally a game changer, but I'm still getting used to using walls in that way. And so I do find sometimes I get frustrated with it. I'm trying to think about like how the outside looks and decorating that wall on the inside to kind of reflect the design language from the outside. It's a little bit tricky. It's exciting to have a front on this though. Like now that we're walking through here and coming into the entrance and there's like this feels very complete, you know? Feels like a solid thought. So we want to change out part of this. And grab all of this. And we're going to change that for stripped dark oak. And I think I'm going to switch these out for wood. So we'll do spruce wood there, which I didn't bring. Zero Fox taking so many notes. Thanks. I appreciate that. And Alistair, thanks for the compliment. I'm glad that you like it too. It's one of those things that will probably change a little bit as we progress, you know, because I'm going to see it a bunch of times. I just kind of want to get it to the point where it feels done-ish until I have a better idea. One thing I was thinking while I was making this was changing the order in which these are laid out. So what if we did this and did 1, 2, 3, right? And what that will let me do is remove this one. Now, I don't know if this is going to look good. %, no. That was a bad idea. And then this needs to be hidden, so we can do that. And Terrace K, thanks very much. That's so nice of you to say. Glad you've been following along. I think I like that design better than the 4. This feels strange now. I wish I could use a stair here, but I obviously can't. Wonder what it looks like if we replace this one. I just have it go straight across. I think if we do that, we have to go back to 4. I'm okay with that for now. I wouldn't mind changing it up a little bit, but I think I'm all right with that. Maybe what we can do here is just have this continue. And maybe I'll put some sort of relief in here. Because this could be light source. Or for now, it could be just like a little bit of detail. Although it probably look better if it was the same height as the door. Nope. I think we'll have to do... Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. All right. Straight up wall it is. And I guess we'll probably do the same thing here. I mean, obviously we can go in and texture this with some cracks here and there. But I think that's good enough for now. I'm not entirely happy with it, but it certainly covers all the basics in terms of not being dreadfully boring. The more I look at these chandeliers, though, the more I think I want 4 instead of 2, so that they're not dead metal. Like, I think I want them probably 2 blocks to the side on each one. Because that'll be... Oh, then they'll connect. Won't they? So if we have one there, this will be the end. Oh no, they should be fine. There should still be a block in the middle. All right. I think the next thing to finish up the inside here is going to be the windows, but I need to take another short break. So we're going to go do that. And then I come back and we will fix the windows and the chandeliers. I might even try to hunt down a stained glass texture pack on the break. I think I have whips already. But I'll see what I can come up with quickly in case it's something cool. But if you're new to the channel, then I take a break about once an hour. Nothing crazy, just 5 or 6 minutes. Give myself a chance to stretch, refresh my drink. And I'll be right back. And we're back. Oop, sorry. Creaky. The new mic boom is a little on the creaky side. Hopefully that wasn't crazy loud. All right. Uh-oh. See if she gets the reference. Didn't even hear it. Oh, well, that's good. I figured that would have vibrated right up the arm into the mic. I don't have a shock mount on the new mic. I didn't think it was needed, so it's always something I can pick up later. Hey, the mighty Elkhorn is here. Everything has gone terribly wrong, but I got it under control. That's great. Okay. I did not get to the texture pack. However, I do have one of Whip's texture packs already on the computer. That's shaders. Resource packs. I think it's this one. So we'll just see. I think Whip has got special stained glass textures. I wanted to see if something like this would look good if I want to implement it into build. I don't think... Maybe he doesn't have glass included? His trapdoors look very different too. I thought he had stained glass, but maybe not. Oh. It red glows. Huh? Didn't know that. Escape options, resource packs. Maybe if I remove the connected clear glass? Hey, Chromerific, how's it going? Ah, so there we go. It was the connected clear glass. So I think something like that would be really cool. I don't know if we've got other glass around. I don't think we do. I don't think we've used glass in any of these windows. I do like that though. So that's a possibility. Or maybe not right now, but certainly down the line. Did Megan die again? Or are we talking about the drowning? Oh, she just fell. She's working on this tower over here. So she's probably going to be falling off a lot. Okay. Sunflowers look nice in that pack. Yes, they do. Yeah, there's a number of things I want to take, we'll say borrow from Whip and fix. All right, I need to... It looks like these are done on the inside, so we need to get some blue glass to finish. I wish my frame rate would just stop being so bananas. And apparently my mouse isn't even working. Like I've got special buttons on the mouse and they're not doing its thing. Hold on. This is supposed to work. Weird. I'm not sure why that wasn't set up to work in the first place. Why can't I right click now? Can I not eat the carrot? Well, okay. My saturation's full. Yeah, we have to finish the outside here. And we maybe have to decide if we don't want to have this extra window. I feel like this might be better off as a solid right here, as we have probably suggested over there. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out what's going to happen in this corner. I think I'm happy with this. I am wondering if maybe we should make it taller. It looks good from above and it looks good from inside. And I'm kind of wondering whether this should have like its own tower bit. Yeah, it's not my mouse so much as it is the Razer Synapse software. I have a lot of problems with these software pieces. They lag my computer, like the Razer Synapse and the Logitech G Hub. They cause frame stutters when I play. Yeah, it's really annoying. Okay, glass. Nope, it's not that. It's light blue, and we don't need the salt, nor do we need the gunpowder. We definitely need walls. Don't think we need any of this wood. And what else do we need? Whoops. Polished stairs. We don't have those. And stone. Okay. I think the thing to do is going to be to go down here from the outside. Yeah, I feel like we might want to have to fill that in. This is going to be the harder part, though. Nope. Sunflowers are yellow. Nothing else is acceptable. Let's see here. Right. So these are going to change. But I think we should keep that solid. And maybe we should connect this stuff here. And we'll see how this works. I have to remember to go in there and make sure it's sealed. Now these go in the windows at this height. So there. Oh no! Scaffolding. New mod request. Velcro scaffolding. Stuff that you just stick to it. Oh, the sweet sound of coffee alarms. I'll go grab that in a second. No! Can you tell I'm growing impatient with all this up and down the scaffolding stuff? Oh, nope, that's not right. Yup. It helps if you make sound effects when you jump. I don't know why. He says as he falls off his scaffolding for the 100th time today. Wow, I stumbled upon the channel and I like it very much so far. Very inspiring. That's very cool. I'm glad you like it. And thanks. That's a nice thing to throw as a shout out to the community too. I'm glad that you like the people in the chat as well as me, because I like them. They're good peeps. But welcome. I'm glad that glad you decided to stick around. So the trick here is that I'm making things bigger on the outside so that the windows appear to be less obstructed from the inside. That's what we're doing. I think it's just a matter of like that, and then that. We can do the same thing here. These I think are already done. Don't know if they're taller or smaller or what. Now what I think I might do, I was debating whether I should do like a pattern. I need more glass. Because this with like gray would look cool, but I'm not sure if that's going to look like completely invisible. So we've got light blue. No, we don't. Need more than 20. So it's either clear or potentially white or light gray. And I'm just wondering if layering this with some little speckles here and there will look okay. I don't think it looks good with this connected texture pack. I think we have to just stick with this a straight color for now. This looks really good in our nether hub, and anywhere in the nether, the connected glass looks amazing because it lets you see through it and see what's going on. But I don't think it works in this particular context, so we'll just stick with the regular glass. Like I said, I think the best thing to add more detail to stained glass in this medieval fantasy area is going to be a custom texture pack for just the glass, like just to give it that wrought iron, like traditional stained glass look. Whoops. Now, I need to go up there and get rid of those stairs. That one and this one. That's why these walls are 3 thick. It allows us to do something like this, which looks very, very cool. I guess now we just left with the outside. But I need to go very quickly grab my coffee. So just give me 1 second and I'll be right back. This is coming together quite nicely. forgot about the wind noises. Sorry. I keep on forgetting about that. I'm looking at these towers here and wondering what we need to do with them. Come on, sleep. Minecraft is one of the few games that I've played since 2014. Wow. I mean, I'm coming up on 4 years, I guess, in March. I started playing in March of 2017. So I think that completes the interior for 3 sides. And whoa, okay, yep, we need to spawn proof this stuff now. That gave me a heart attack. Oh my god. Huh. Anybody else just throw up a little bit in their mouth? We need to spawn proof these spaces. I guess the easiest thing to do is going to be redstone dust. That'll be the fastest way. Oh, I'm on fire. Stop it. Caustic is elated. That's great. I love that you jumped so far that it scared Mr. Cosmic sitting next to you. That's great. That's amazing. All right, we need, I think redstone's in there. Yeah. Need this. Grab all those. And this is the easiest way to spawn proof stuff when you're not going to see it. We could use buttons, I guess, but I don't think you'd see them. But even if you could, I'd rather not. So we'll just go up here and do this the old-fashioned way. Do I have anything? I got some dirt and stuff. We just come up here and then, oh, or not. Let's not do that. So we can just do. Now, if we're down here, you can't see that at all. This should work out just fine. It's unfortunate that it looks dumb, and I'm going to know what's going to be here. The only other thing I can think of, though, is buttons. I kind of want to try buttons to see if we can see them. That should be everything. Let's just go see what buttons might look like. Oh, wrong level. So let's put them on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weird that you only get one button, but sure. Nope. What? Just scared the crap out of Megan, maybe. Can you see the buttons? I think you can. No. Can't tell which one they're on. I don't think we can see the buttons. Because the buttons in my brain are going to feel better than the redstone. So it's on that one. Don't think we can see them. No. Okay. Let's use buttons. It feels less weird. Oh, I'm missing a log. How did that happen? I do find it annoying when you've got like little things like that that keep cropping up. You think you're done and you're like, how did I, destroy a thing and not fix it? All right, what is it? Strip spruce? Yeah, strip spruce. So this is a 4-year-old world. It's 3.5. It'll be 4 years old in the summertime. I think July. Yeah, pretty sure it was July. If Alistair's still in the chat, he knows the date because the official server date I think was just the day after or the day before Alistair started playing, so he knows his original start date. Shiner art project. We are working on this keep here. What? This is what we're working on. I'm trying not to make it gargantuan. Like, I want it to be big, but I don't want it to be so huge that, it's the biggest thing around. I kind of want other kingdoms in this area to be bigger than this. I need to... What was it I wanted to get? Oh, stripped spruce, right. This section would take a year? No, we bounce around. That's the nice thing about the server. We've got a bunch of different realms. So, like, I was working in the modern city for a little bit, and then I just got sick of it and wanted to do some medieval stuff, so we can come here, and eventually I'll get, I'll get on a kick where I want to do more modern building, and we'll go back and do skyscrapers and roads and stuff. I want to do a monorail, and when I'm in the mood to do technical stuff, I'm definitely going to be returning to the modern city for sure. Okay, we can do another window here. I feel like we should do polished andesite maybe. I wish these would connect. My only beef. We will do andesite here just because it looks shiny. Outside shall remain stone. However, I do want to do the old stair trick here. Grab these. And then glass. What did I put on the sides? Just stone. That does feel a little bit strange when they're offset. I think I maybe have to lower the outside. Oh, thanks, Shiner. That we got from Instagram, I have to say. Was not my original idea. But worked out very well for this particular design. Yeah, so let's take these away. We'll put them lower. That works a little bit better. I feel like it still needs something out here, though. I wonder what this would look like. Stairs. Slabs, maybe. Like that better. Not crazy about being able to see the stairs. It looks good down there, but it's a little strange here. Sir Damilton, hello. How's it going? Welcome back. I have to say again, I'm really thrilled the growth in the channel that we've had, even in the last 6 weeks. It's been really fun to have so many people coming in and staying. It's been great. You know, I want to say I'm going to call this half pretty much finished. Obviously, some texturing and stuff left to do, but as far as the actual structure is concerned, I think we're doing pretty well. This looks like it needs some fill. So I like this. I feel like it might just be open. I don't necessarily think that we'd want to close it. We could put a door here if I really wanted to, but I think I'd rather leave it open. So maybe we'll put like doors off to the side or something. Like just along here. Same way that we did these doors, we'll just kind of like open them up a little bit. That would make sense. Maybe we'll have them, yeah, provide a little bit of color. I don't know what to do about the floor. I guess we could continue the pattern. Depends on where the doors are, I guess. Yeah, like maybe this would be kitchen tiles. Although, I don't know if these are kind of shiny. I might want to use something different for kitchen tiles. I like this stuff, but it feels like a different texture for like something more important, like near the hearth. So I'm not sure. Maybe we switch it and we do smooth stone here and then these tiles elsewhere. What would that look like? And then have these be the important ones. I think I like that better. Yeah, I think that works. I guess in some places it might even be wood, which could be that could be a thing too. Maybe we'd leave these here, but make this wood. That would certainly make it feel less important, right? $1,000 concurrent subscribers, Princeton. That's a little bit far off. I'm okay with shooting for 200 subs. I need to put some goals on the Patreon page as well. I think that would be a good thing to do in the new year. Maybe we can use some doors now. Build another one. Can I do that with just straight up spruce logs? Probably because of how calm you are and the way you think over why you place down when you're building. But the way you think over why and what. Oh, thanks. Yeah, like I put some thought process behind things. Like with this build, the goal is to do stuff that looks structurally sound, things that would make sense, you know? So I think we're probably going to do this here. Yeah, I think I like that better for the kitchen. And then we can do something like this. That is not where I want that to go. Also no. There we go. And maybe we can drop this down. Or more interestingly, make it wood. Well, maybe not all the same. I just don't like the plank texture that much unless it's the floor. I think that's good. That kind of looks like an entryway. I feel like this is what, I can't remember who it was. Somebody was asking me about my texture connecting, and we've got this highlight on the doors. And I'd like to get rid of it so that they match the trapdoors better. I wouldn't mind moving these iron kind of rivets up a pixel or down a pixel. Make more sense. And I think I like this better if we return this back to smooth stone. But we keep this stuff going with the planks. And then probably the same here. And then across here, we'll just go all the way across. Yeah, I think that keeps the like spot next to the fire, the hearth, looking special. And it keeps the kitchen from looking too ornate. Oh, stuff. Now here we can just use regular doors. Oh, hello. And I think we'll do another andesite thing. So we'll do that there. I think I'd like to put the doors on this side. So I want to do this. Put them. Yep. Which means we have to do these up here. Whoops. And that should leave us a full block in the front if we wanted to do this. I don't know if we want to do that, though. Maybe just slabs. A little bit nicer. This is a keep. That's what we're building. So there's a town surrounding everything, and I'm struggling to create a sense of time. So the keep would have been one of the first things built after the initial town was started. So this island, this peninsula down there, is this shape. Looks like a boot. So we're going to turn that into like a smaller fishing village. And this is going to be the first gate. So this was the first gate made very close to the original keep. And then this would be constructed next. And then the rest of the expansion would happen later. So we sort of started with the more recent build in terms of the history of the area, which is this main gate that I'm standing on right now. Because I wanted to see what it would look like as you enter the realm coming down this main path. I wanted to have a nice town entrance. But you can start to see like how dense it's becoming. And so this keep here, we've been inside the main hall, and then we're in like the kitchens. We did the upper portions the other day, but I really want to finish this roof. And in order to finish the roof, I have to have a decent idea about where the chimney and where countertops and stuff are going to be. So I think for my own eyeballs, I'm going to change these out to oak just so I can see where things are going. And then we'll have to decide how we're going to do the chimney. I also want to take a trip back to one of the houses because I did a really cool kitchen in that. It might be a little small for here. I feel like we might have to expand the size of this hearth, which we do have room to do. This looks like it could be a good pantry. This is now changed considerably, so I don't know what's going to go in here, if anything at all. I feel like we might have to, as much as I like this kind of being right in the middle, I kind of feel like we might have to expand this a little bit sideways. I also need to look at, like, this tower is way out here. I think I prefer it out there because it makes more sense. But I want this tower to be, I think, even with it, where this goes out by 1, 2, 3 blocks, and this is only out by 1. So I think I want to move this tower, which is going to influence a bunch of different stuff over here. So that's the next thing. Let's see here. You know how you can bone meal netherrack next to nylium to get a new nylium block? What do you and chat think about adding a similar thing where grass next to dirt to convert into grass? Hmm. I think just a silk touch shovel is the better solution to that, but I see where you're coming from. Early game, that would be fine. But for me, I think it wouldn't really matter. KK May, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks also to Only Guard, Sophia Init, and Mixer. Crex Johnson as well. Glad everyone's enjoying the stream. We've been above 100 viewers almost all afternoon, and I'm floored. I really appreciate that folks are enjoying what we're doing. Now I have to remember what I was doing. I needed oak, the tables, and I needed to go fly and take a look at this farm. And I'll land and we'll walk up the driveway. Just because I don't think we've walked by here for a lot of new people. We haven't seen this part of the server. Obviously not a finished wagon. But in this farmhouse, we have kitchen. Oh, it is 3 wide. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to make the one in the castle at least 3, if not 4 wide. I think would be good. Oh, I do have the ability to make tables. We can do that too. This is the Chuck tables and chairs data pack. So furnaces, smokers, andesite. And this, this is really cool too. We might have to do both. Oh, frame lag. Really wish this would stop. So if this was out here, it would line up here. And then inside would probably move over as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I would probably keep this there. And remove some of this so it doesn't look confusing. Because that, I think, would give us more room in here for the hearth. I think what I want to do is take this out. And I don't know if I want to build a tower here or if I should make a proper building, like a barracks or something. I think the hearth should be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here. I think that's a much bigger hearth, this area. And then this would continue over here, I guess. Where can you find a VOD or pics of your Modern City project? I think the VODs are all gone. I don't believe I've downloaded them. There's been a couple of times in the last couple of months, though, when we've been working on this particular area that I've gone to the Modern City for storage stuff. Yeah, Twitter would be a good place for pictures. Not sure about anything else. So it looks better from above. I wonder how it looks just around, though. Yeah, I think that's okay. The reason I'm doing this is because I think it'll give us... are we out of stuff? We're out of stuff. I think it'll give us a little bit more room for the chimney, some more flexibility. So I need to go get some more cobble. More stone. And do I have spruce tables? Dark oak tables. I think I need slabs and fences. Greek style, no, not yet. Although I grabbed something from Minecraft.net. It's a community build that they featured, and it's going to be on the Spun-Chunks podcast on Monday. I don't remember the name of it right now. If you go to Minecraft.net, you can find it. It's one of the most recent community posts. Ever consider putting a little portfolio of your Minecraft builds on your website? Not on joelduggan.com, but we're working on the Citadel. I don't even remember the actual URL. But Steven, ESC, is designing the website for the Citadel server, and I'm going to I'll put a gallery up there for sure. Oh, I came over here without making the thing. What do I want? I want to make tables. How many do I get? I think I get 2. Is that not how you make them? So it should be enough, I think. So I'll chop these up. So we can do something like that. It's a little bit of a tight corner here, so we might have to rethink this. I think this might have to come forward a little bit. I don't want this to necessarily get any narrower. Because I think there should be a door here. But I like this, and I just think we maybe need to move this forward. And I think this was the ceiling height we wanted inside. We'll have to retexture this later. I think that works. And then I guess what we'll do is we'll just continue the wood going that way. And then this will finish up here. So what I'm thinking here, this will allow us to do is probably go back a bit. So at about this level, I think we have to kind of oversize this a little bit to make it look cool. Because I think here we're going to want to go deeper. I'm going to make this all cobblestone for now. This will give us a little bit more depth in terms of the flexibility of the build. Also fill this stuff in so we don't have like zombies spawning everywhere. Plus, it means that it will not be in line with the front here. Unless I could actually make it like a tube. That would be cool. Oh, so then it would be in line. Okay. Oh no, we could do this. Think that works? Yeah, that's not a tangent. That works out. This goes across like this. And then we have a nice big hearth where we could do some cooking and stuff. That seems to make a lot of sense. Do we have more tables? Do. Ah, it didn't work. Eventually, I'll be able to finish the models for these. I say that every stream. Just to differentiate from the floor. I feel like in here would be the pantry. So we could do some shelving and stuff in here. This is going to go down to the basement. This is where we're going to put the player storage. So we're going to have like the Kingdom Craft rules and stuff down here. Friendly Cosmic message letting you know you're at 3 hours. Yes, thank you, Cosmic. We will be taking a break shortly. I know I end up just rebuilding this stuff a lot of the time, but I find it helps wrap my brain around like what it is I actually want to do. Yeah, I think that works. So in here, we're going to have the map wall. So we might have to keep this for like light sources and stuff. Because that will have to illuminate the map wall somehow. It always looks kind of funky when you don't light it from behind. Okay, so the chimney is what I wanted to figure out. I feel like the spacing in here is fine. We moved this door forward. And, oh, this goes farther, doesn't it? Oh, this wall probably stays in the same position, though. Okay, well, that's good. That means that the door to the tower could be here. And we can get rid of this. So essentially, you'd go through the kitchen to get into the tower. And this could be, I don't know whether this is going to be like an actual tower for defense, whether it's a barracks. What I was thinking is that this space here along this wall could have another building on it, but it feels kind of crowded. So the other thing I could do is instead of making this just a square turret or a square tower, we could maybe pull this and elongate it and turn it into a building. And this could have like bunks and stuff like that in it for like soldiers or something. I'm not a historian, so I don't know how accurate this would be. I'm sort of going with, I mean, it's a medieval fantasy world. It's not meant to be. I mean, there's wizard towers and stuff, like Megan's building a wizard tower, so that's fine. Next, I guess we have to look at this roof, which I think I was okay with. So when I come back from my break, I think we'll tackle this roof and get that in there so that this can stop looking like it's half done. And that will also give us an idea of whether or not we can do... I don't think we want a second floor here. I don't think we're going to use this space for anything. Because I can't imagine... I mean, we could maybe access it through here. No, maybe not. I mean, we could. That could be cool. That's a possibility. Be tight squeeze, but we could do it. All right. Time. I almost flew out that window with glass in it. That would not have ended well. So I'm going to take another quick break. I'm just going to zap my coffee, reheat it, give myself a stretch. You should too. Okay, back at it now. So, before I went on break, Shepard was asking what I mean when I say tangent. Let's see if I can find one. If I've done my job, it should be hard because I don't like them. Well, I mean, visually, or I guess from a sculptural standpoint, technically that's a tangent, right? These two things are on the same plane. So if you were building with something and you wanted to avoid a tangent, one of the ways to do that is to add depth. And then you don't have tangents. Also works very well when you have the same texture in this sort of situation where there's a tangent and of course they connect. So it's obviously, it's not a big of a deal when they connect. When they don't connect, it can sometimes look funny. So this is giving it some depth. Now that's literally a tangent. The tangents that often bother me are things that are visual tangents. So it would be, example would be in a drawing, let's just say, it's an easy thing to use to describe this. We'll grab, oops. Oh, that's not gonna work. So take this for example. I'm going to put this bush here. And I'm going to put this bush here. Now, in the flat plane that you're looking at, you can tell that this bush here on my right is closer to me than the bush behind you, right? But if I did this and line them up in a way, I might have to dig down here. So right there, while there's a little bit of perspective, you can still tell that the one on the right is closer, but it's confusing, right? And it's a little bit easier if I maybe show you this way. Let's do that. Maybe even a little bit closer. Yeah, this will work. There you go. See how they're just touching? Maybe if I do, yeah, let's do over here. It's one of those things that when you're doing it on purpose, it's really hard to figure it out. Yeah, so like here's a good example. We've got this edge, this plane is tangent with this plane, and it makes it more difficult to decide which is closer and which is farther away than seeing it like this. Seeing it like this, you instantly know closer, farther away. And so the idea with avoiding tangents for me in Minecraft is when I'm building things like walls, I don't want these things to line up too smoothly visually, because then you lose the depth. You can't tell what's closer. It doesn't read as clearly. So from a design perspective, you know, from my artwork stuff, when you're looking at things, I didn't want, I think when you were asking that question, I think I was talking about the chimney. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I didn't want the chimney, oops, fell down. Oh. So I didn't want the chimney here to be a tangent with the tower. So originally the chimney was in this particular position, right? So this to me is not good design, right? You've got two textures that are next to each other. It's a tangent, so they're on the same plane, and you can't tell which one is closer. And because literally they're the same distance from you. But if we just add that little bit of depth by adjusting the kitchen below and making sure our chimney is nice and big, then the chimney is not going to be visually tangent with the tower. And so when you look at it from above, it overlaps. And so having overlapping shapes creates visual interest in what you're doing. That makes sense? So basically you don't want things of different depths to blend in together too much. Precisely. Yeah. Think about it like, do you remember those old, I mean, I guess it depends on how old you are, and don't answer that question, but you remember the old Super Nintendo games where it's just like a flat plane of graphics, and the plane closer to you is moving faster than the plane farther away from you, etc. And it creates that illusion of depth. Well, they don't want any tangents in those flat planes because then you would completely lose all depth because, of course, it's a flat graphic. It's not a. It's harder in Minecraft because Minecraft is 3D and has perspective, and so it's a lot easier most of the time. Parallax, yes, you got it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, parallax in platformers creates a great deal of depth. But you can. There's a bunch of different things for depth too. Like there's atmospheric perspective. So for those of you that don't know, atmospheric perspective is that right there. It is the increased amount of air and air particles between you and what you're seeing. So things that are farther away are lower contrast. So we've got overlapping shapes. We've got atmospheric perspective. We have perspective in general because Minecraft has a perspective thing going on, and shadow, light, shadow. So those are the things that are going to give you the depth that you're looking for in Minecraft. I think I need to go get some dark oak and throw in this roof. I think that's going to be the first thing that we do. Disney had a whole system of moving transparencies and animations. Yes, exactly. Yep, that's how it all started. Really cool techniques, too. Nope. Nope. We're running low on foods. Running low on the rockets. We might need some fill. I think I'm done with the spruce logs. I want more of these, though. And probably more trapdoors. Really good documentary showing how they filmed early Disney cartoons. Oh, cool. Oh, thanks, Cosmic. I'm glad that you like it. Right. So here is where I'm hoping we can maintain our ceiling. Pretty sure we did it the right way. These are just whole blocks and half slabs. We might be able to pepper in a couple of whole blocks along the way. And technically we could remove some of these and put them as slabs to get a little bit more room in here. Because I'd like to toy with the idea of having a an upstairs. Might be time to break out the old scaffolding. This looks like it's going to be a problem. Why did I not see this coming? think I raised the roof in here, but I definitely don't want it to be lower. That feels too low. Which means I'm gonna have to do it's too bad because I really like where that connects. But I need it to be higher by the time it gets down to here. So for example, do I have to make this dark oak? Because if I can make it spruce, it'll all work. No, I think it has to be dark oak. Yeah. I haven't seen the Pixar Insider yet, no. Did a door disappear? Did I not put a door there? I thought I put a door there. Thanks for the follow, JRMC Wicked. Appreciate it. So I need it to be higher when it comes to there. This is the last block. So this here has to be maybe 2 slabs. And then everything else will work out. Right. And that's why we didn't do that, because then it looks funky. It also feels like a very strange angle on that roof. Be switching up like that. Shadow Bun Bun. That's a great name. Thanks for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the stream. We are roof puzzling. Back to this monstrosity. So everything along here is fine. Right up until we get down to the edge of the roof. And I guess we could do steeper angles. I feel like the medieval roof wouldn't be that fancy, though. We could try it. So we could start with where we need to be on the edge here, which is on top of whole blocks. So it would be there, and then the next one would be up here. And then we'd have to do whole block there. And that's fine. And then I guess we could do slab here. That would be a whole block there. And then I wonder if here we could do... Nope. It's too far away. Thinking about starting at like a 45 here and coming down to eventually meet whatever we do here. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't like that at all. All right. Roof floofing. Nice. Do we have a... We do have a command for that. That's a good callback. I had forgotten all about that. Thanks, Cosmic. That's great. You and the whole Spawn Chunks community, that I'm really happy for what you guys are doing, and it's making such a big difference in all sorts of people. Oh, that's great, Frodo. Appreciate that. That's a nice thing to say. Great to have you on board as part of the community, too. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Minecraft is not letting me do the angle that I want. Maybe I have to just, like I said, do stuff here where like start where I need to be and then just go up in the correct increments. So this is the baseline. We have to be here. We can't be any closer than there, because that's the roof, right? That's the square roof. So from here we could do 2, and then maybe 2, and then maybe 2. And that doesn't look steep enough. So we can come back, just do the reverse. And nope. Block there. Slab there, and then block there. So a little higher than I want it to be, but I think the continuous slope will be good. And then we just have to work out how to hide that seam. Does make this look a little bit bigger too. It's nice. Did I miss something from IGN? No. Should have fixed this before I put in the whole roof. Yeah, there's definitely going to be enough room up here for some sort of like room. Oh. Yeah, like a bedroom or like the cook's closet or something. That'll work. Okay. So I think the thing to do is just going to be to put this in a way that we can just kind of like see if the seams work the way that we want. We might have to change this angle here. And then this would be all across like that. And then slab, whole block, slab. So then, nope. Oh. Eventually, the whole reason I've been developing my classical ruin build is that I have no ideas how to build a roof. So I deliberately made it like the roofs have collapsed. That's awesome. Well played. Well played. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. This goes there. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I think that works. I need to just fly around for a bit here. Yeah, and we can make it connect to the other roof another day. A little bit close. I was hoping we could make it lower. It's the only beef that I have. But we know how to do this. We know how to fix this. We can just bring this out to here and add the little... This is another tangent I don't like. These two corners. So this is another good example. So this corner of the block here, just touching the corner there, it's not a tangent that I enjoy. So I do that. I guess we can just do this. Just feels really tall. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. So we have to do like a fat build. Not my favorite. But it's what we had before, I think. To hide the roof, the seam. So again, this is a tangent, right? This is full of tangents. That's why we're hiding it with overlap on the outside here. So we have to come in here with slabs and do that. And that. So it's taller than I wanted it to be, but we might be able to do like a window or something here. And then if we can figure out a way to make this transition smoothly, like this could very easily be servants' quarters, right? So there's enough room in here until about here. To there. So we could, these could be slabs, right? They don't have to be whole blocks. And that would give us a little bit of room here to have like a couple of beds or something, just so it's not completely empty. Or just storage, I don't know. We could have like a door or something here. But we could have a something like that. Could be good. I don't know. We'll figure it out. There's a lot of things that I'm kind of winging when it comes to this build. And happy little accidents like that are cool. We may also just not care about it. It might be not worth the trouble. But this feels very plain now. We could probably fix this by having something here, like something in the corner. I'm not sure what that would be. Stack of barrels. Like, I don't know. We could probably make this feel less plain. Obviously, we could also bring in a lot of texture with changing the brick selection on the outside. Just something like that. Adding some andesite, putting a frame around the door. That kind of stuff is going to help this a lot. Unfortunately, that's all the time that I have for today. However, we did a lot of work. We have a brand new front on the keep, which I quite like. We have added in all of the details that we needed to do on 3 sides. We still haven't done this side yet, but we're working on the kitchen now and transitioning to that. We also have this very cool staircase that goes up the top of the tower. Fantastic. And we also have this. Arrow slits facing the main gate. All accessed with the same staircase. So I'm pretty happy with it. This all worked out. The kitchen's come together slowly. We're going to have to do some thinking about how the roof and the chimneys and this other part of the build connects. I don't know if I want to move this wall yet. We might end up nudging this wall out, at which point it will affect this part of the build. So I'm not sure what's happening there just yet. I do feel a little claustrophobic in this area, but we'll see. I need to sleep before I completely get obliterated by creepers and destroying all my hard work. So give me 1 second here. Okay. See if we can get someplace higher. That's not going to whistle at us. I know if I go too high, we have issues. Let's land here. Yeah, that's looking pretty mean, I gotta say. I'm pretty happy with that. I am going to pass you on to somebody else playing Minecraft, so don't go anywhere. Thank you so much to everybody that hung out today. We have been, I think, averaging well over 100 viewers all afternoon, and I am just blown away by that. It's been a real treat. You can, of course, follow me on Twitter at Joel Duggan. You can listen to the Spawn Chunks, and you can listen to the Citadel Cafe. They're both free podcasts. You can find that at iTunes, on the websites, all that kind of stuff. And of course, check out patreon.com/Joel Duggan. That's the easiest way to support the stream. It's 200 bits or less, or the same price as 200 bits on Twitch. But instead of just bits, you get access to the Discord, and you get to support me for a whole month doing streaming. And I really do appreciate it. You can also do the same thing with a tier 1 or a Prime Gaming sub. And I have a couple of friends here in the chat telling me that Megan is streaming. So we're going to raid Megan, my co-host and server mate. She does the Citadel Cafe with me once a month. So we're going to head on over to Megan. I will see you folks next time. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.